Right, it's a bit of a impromptu beer review, but it's Sunday afternoon and I've got no beer in the flat. Well, there is, but most of it's conditioning. And I've got a Yorkshire Bitter from Hanworth homebrew, and it's a beer kit. I think it's a Young's, must be a Young's Yorkshire Bitter kit, I'm guessing. I'm sure it's a Young's one. I'm pretty sure the ones with like the white lids. Haven't chilled it down, it's just kind of cellar temperature. Poured that a bit bad. It's got quite a ferocious widget in this glass. I think it kind of makes beers flare up. Lovely and clear. It looks really dark because the lighting's so poor in here, but it's a kind of goldeny bit of colour you'd expect. It almost looks like a bit of a black IPA stroke stout there, but it's not, I can assure you. It's quite nice actually. I'm not sure how long that's been in the bottle, but it's quite funny, I think, because I think I've said it before, is that when I first started doing kits, and I got in touch with Hanworth homebrew, and I said that said he could pick out the kind of the kit taste or the twang and that, and I never thought that I'd be able to sort of get to the point where I could always taste it, and I think I can pretty much pick it out most of the time, but it's not as prominent in this kit. I'd say it's there ever so slightly. I don't know what it is. It's never an off flavour or a twang, but there's something there. I'm pretty much sure that it's just to do with the malts, the way they're kept. It's nothing to do with them being in a tin, because there's kits that are not in tins, they're in bags now, and you still get that kind of that taste. But this is a fine example of where you can't taste it as much. You can normally get that in the ones that are quite overly hopped, because the hop hides it. Stouts, you still seem to be able to taste it in stouts, in kit stouts, but and I don't think you get a good stout from a kit anyway. But I could be proved wrong one though. But this is nice. It's just what I need for a Sunday afternoon. I think I've got two more from Hanworth homebrew. I do need to do one on an evening on its own, which is his Russian Imperial Stout. I'm gonna save that for a night of its own, I think. But I think I've got one more beer and a cider with the 775 yeast. I know it's got the 775 on the top, so I'm presuming that's what that is. But no, this is good. I think I remember Hanworth homebrew saying that this is one of his kind of like, he was very pleased with how this kit turned out, and for a one can kit, I think it is. I'm not sure what he added to this to bulk it out, or maybe he added nothing. Which kind of brings me on to, I think of the last 6 months kind of got a bit sport with being able to brew a lot more all grain and that, but I think the way that I'm going to go, because often bottling 23 litres can be a chore, I'm going to do a lot more all grain in my flat, because I've got the time to do it. Haven't necessarily got the temperature constraints to do it, but I'm going to do some kits, I think, again, and brew them at my mum's, because I can knock them up quickly, keep them under temperature control, and then kind of, half bottle it, half keg it. But there are a few kits out there that I don't know, I can't, even though I do all grain, it's just, you can still get a great beer from a kit, and there's kits out there, new ones that are coming out, like the Saison kit that Brewmaster Ben did. There's certain ones that I do want to try, so I think I'm going to be doing a few kits this summer as well, and not only that, just to build the stocks up. Sometimes being in the kitchen for that length of time, it's, there are time constraints. Kits, I think, will probably always have their place. I think I even said to Hanworth at one point, I'm not doing any kits anymore, and you know, I think most people, unless you've got oodles of time to brew, you're always probably going to do a kit. And you know, if you can make a good beer. I'd probably drink that all afternoon actually if I had plenty of them. That's a fine example of a beer kit. And actually, when you first go in, you get that initial kind of this could be a kit taste. After 2 or 3 mouthfuls, it kind of subsides even more. You're just kind of enjoying the beer, and you know, I mean, look at that head. It's a lovely head on there that's not gone, stayed around, and it's clear as anything. You can't go wrong with kits, I don't think, really. There's definitely a place for them. Cheers.